My son was a single soldier. He wasn't married. He had no dependents. There was no wife's door to knock on when he was injured. It was our door. It was the door of his mum and dad. It was the door of the family home of his 3 younger brothers. And when we managed to bring him home from hospital, it was to the family home. It wasn't to military quarters with the backup of military personnel there, medical personnel from the military. It was us. And we had to try to engage with the community services that were on our doorstep. But because we are non-dependents, we had no engagement with the right authorities there. I'm just a mum. I was not entitled to even learn about his medical condition when he was in hospital, because that comes down to patient confidentiality. Well, I'm sorry, but he was in a coma. How could he tell me that he gave permission for me to know about his medical condition? How could I prepare myself as a mum to bring him home and to care for him and to know what network of support I needed then when he was initially injured? And that has continued for 3.5 years there. I'm no further forward on engaging with the services that I could do with now than I was when he was first injured. Because as a mum and a non-dependent, I have no rights of engagement with these organisations. I have no place, because I'm just a mum. He's a grown man, he's an adult. He's actually now 23 years old. But he's a 23-year-old young man who thinks that he's okay, who thinks that he doesn't have any mental health issues. But I'm telling you, as I stand here now, yes, he damn well does. But as a mum, I have no rights to actually engage with any other authorities or organisations to say, excuse me, I'm bloody worried. Who do I go to? Who do I go to say, look, help me, because he's coming to me telling me he just wants to drink himself into oblivion. He wants to blank it all out because life is shit. That's how it is right now. Who do I go and tell? Who do I get help from for that? Because I can't engage with anybody. Because the military covenant says family, but yeah, okay, so what is family? You know, so as a family, a proactive and emotional family, we decided that we couldn't just sit by and watch this continue to happen, because we're not on our own in this, in the fact that we are not the only family who are going through this. So we as a family set up the Invicta Foundation to support the families of the lost, wounded, injured and sick. And for us, family is everybody that is involved and is impacted by combat service there. What we have done, purely off our own backs and through our own hard work, is we have engaged with North East Essex Veterans Mental Health team. We have engaged with the Royal British Legion. We have engaged with CHAPS, with the NHS, with Rethink, with Mind, with career transition partnerships, to engage and build relationships with these, and we're working on other organisations there, to say, look, you need to look at what you define as family, who the people are that you really need to be helping, because it's not just the wounded, injured and sick. It's the wider community there. It is the forces community there. And I'm sorry to say, and I know there are MOD in the room here as well, they are the biggest culprits at not looking beyond the wounded soldier or the sick soldier here. You really need to open your eyes up. There used to be a saying that they used to say, behind every good soldier is a good wife. Well, who's behind every single soldier? There's a network behind him, and if you're not supporting that whole military community behind him, then you're not going to have the good soldier there. What we've managed to do with the help of North East Essex Veterans Mental Health team as one of our working partnerships is we now run a support group. It's called the Ripple Pond, purely because that is what it does. You know, the drop and the ripple out, the impact out that these situations have on everybody there. It's a ripple effect. And we now engage with other family members from other families there and give them support. We do a once a month get together. Bit of cake, cup of tea, cup of coffee, sit down, chew the fat, go over what's gone wrong this month. It's something as simple as that. We don't always need to have a GP's medication there. You're depressed, aren't you? Yeah, okay, we'll take some tablets for it. Actually, what we need is to engage with real live people who understand what our lives are like, what we go through on a day-to-day basis, what we see with our wounded, our injured and our sick as they struggle every day with the demons, with the struggling, with the thinking that they are okay and with them wearing that mask. The Ripple Pond is about getting the family members together there so that they can share experiences and learn and support each other there with that. And from that, we've also found that it's the youngsters that need support as well. And we have been very fortunate through the lottery and through Enable East to secure funding that we can actually take youngsters away on activity weekends. So we'll pack the kids off up to our activity centre and give the children chance to be children, for them to have a little bit of fun and to smile and enjoy themselves without the guilt that they're actually laughing when actually life around them has been completely pants. They've given up after school activities. They've given up activities with their brother or sister who was wounded there because they can't do them, or they feel guilty for asking to do those things there. Because it's not just the wounded soldier, when I say soldier, but I obviously mean airman, Navy, all right, yeah, I'll accept Navy as well, there that suffer. It is the whole family. And I think my point here is that don't look just at the clinical needs of the service personnel. It goes way above and beyond that. That ripple effect is huge. And please don't be blinkered by just looking at the soldier, because if he doesn't have support around him, there's no point there. But his supporters need support as well. That's me.